welcome back. We are joined by Member of Parliament from Kisumu East, Honorable Shakeel Shabbir, who is giving us, more info concerning what's happening within Kisumu East constituency and even within the political arena. You can use the hashtag Good Morning Kenya on Twitter. Be part of this conversation at KBC Television, at Jane Wambui, and at Ram Aguko. Now, you were mayor 2 terms. Again, Member of Parliament for it, another long duration. What are you doing so far to improve, and what have you done to improve Kisumu East constituency?
You're right. Now, yes, I was born in Kisumu, and I worked in Kisumu. Mm-hmm. God willing, I shall die in Kisumu. And so my world circulates around Kisumu. And as I said, as you said, I'm now the Member of Parliament for Kisumu East. Now it's my 3rd term. Mm-hmm. My politics, my intention, my focus, and everything that I do is based upon Kisumu. Mm-hmm. I am very not much interested in national politics, only insofar that it will affect Kisumu. So you will not see me getting involved in some of the other national politics. I will play my part, but my concentration is my constituency.
And you've said that you're born in Kisumu. Actually, for most parts of your early education, you went to school within Kisumu, and we will talk about that. But people call you Jakajulu.
Jakajulu because I actually live in that up there, Jakajulu. Kisumu East is Kajulu and Kolwa. Mm-hmm. So wa Kolwa na itumi Jakolwa, na wa Kajulu na ite Jakajulu. I have an affinity to both. The area is very close. I have lots of mothers there, lots of friends, lots of elderly people and women, and I work very closely with both. They have 2 very different environments, 2 very different needs. And that is how we try and bring it together. Kisumu, when I was the mayor of Kisumu, was a very factioned area. We used to have the KKK, Kolwa, Kajulu, and Kisumu. And this KKK clanism had really affected very badly the development of Kisumu. And that is why I was actually nominated by the former Prime Minister to go there and be the mayor, so that there was not seen that you were coming from any one of the 3 factions, so they could bring the factions together. And I think that is what has been my mainstay, and my main impetus is to go and say, listen, I am neither Kajulu nor Jakolwa. I am both. As a matter of fact, look at me, and you see, I am your child. I'm the child of both. But when you look at me, I'm not. You can see I'm a Nimwindi. But you see, so I would have no real preferences for any particular thing.
But now that one brings into perspective the issue of acceptance. The acceptance rate when you went to campaign, winning an election for 3 terms. You have so far been within leadership of Kisumu East constituency for quite a period.
Yes.
Do you think that during your tenure you've done what is expected by the constituents of Kisumu East?
If you can't ask me that, because I will always think yes. It is the question that you have to ask those who have voted me in. Do they think that I have done my job? I am there now for my 3rd term. I'm an independent member of Parliament. So you can assume that they have wanted me to come back 3 times. So, Kisumu East had actually fallen very far down. And it has been my desire, my aim in life to make sure that we can raise back Kisumu East to the levels of Kisumu Central and others. And remember, East anywhere in the world, whether it's Washington East or New York or Harlem or wherever, London East. East is the poor man's side, and West is the rich man's side. So we are with the poor, and when it's Kisumu East, we are talking about Nyelenda A, which is a slum, low density, high income, high density, low income areas, Manyata, and then going down to Kolwa, this side on the Kano Plains, and then Kajulu Hills. So 90% of 80, so it is 20-80 or 30-70. 70 is rural, 30 is peri-urban.
But you know that is those are the statistics. Those are just the information about who you are leading. But with regards to now the people themselves, are they satisfied with your leadership?
Well, they've elected me 3 times. I'm sure if they have, then they are satisfied. The situation is
reflected on the ground.
Is reflected on the ground, and you see, the thing is, to lead Kisumu is a very, very difficult. It's a very dynamic, and Kisumu, our people are very, very informed. Yes, and it's very dynamic. You go to Kajulu, the needs of Kajulu are some of the needs of Kajulu are totally different from the needs of, let's say, Kondele. Yeah, on the needs of Nyelenda A, where the economy is a now economy.
All right, but now, based on what you've said, there are complaints about water. There is lack of water.
Yes.
And there is a former member of parliament, Godson, who had said, that it was quite interesting, that water can leave Kajulu for Kisumu,
yes,
yet the locals lack it and walk kilometers in search for the same water. Then how is it that you can substantiate what you've just said earlier?
I have taken over the mantle from my brother, Gaur Songo. You see, the filter, what we call filter, filter is in Kajulu. It comes from the rainwater from the Nandi Hills. At this moment in time, it's nearly dry. When I was in the mayor of Kisumu, we were getting maybe 2,000 cubic meters of water from the filter, and 18,000 or 15,000 or 12,000 cubic meters from the lake. The water that was coming from the filter was cleaner water, coming down gradient, and it was easier to purify and to service. We always wanted to raise the consumption of water from filter, but to serve the people of Kajulu. You can't have water and the filter passing your place and the residents of Kajulu. It's just the pipe is big, huge pipe is passing us, and we cannot get water. When I was the mayor,
what have you done so far?
When I was the mayor, we brought when we were working with the French, we had a program. Whereas as they were going to go, we were going to have community water points.
Right.
But unfortunately, we started the process, but whoever took it over, they put these big green pipes you cannot tap into, and took the water directly to Kisumu. Now, as I'm speaking right now, filter, which hasn't got the capacity, is only one small river, sometimes even a spring. Right now it's very dry. Only is now serving something like 6,000 cubic meters of water. It's taking everything and taking it to Kisumu town. We as Wakajulu and Wakolwa, we're saying no, it's not possible. And we've said it very clearly. We've tried to object, we have tried to lobby, we have tried everything else. So we are now on the process. My aim this time round, my aim is to make sure that we have water for Kajulu and Kolwa, the people.
So far,
that is my main aim.
For how long have you been trying to get water for Kajulu?
Since I was the mayor. So what we are saying
all these years,
we are saying that if you do not do this, we are telling you we are going to break those pipes. We are going to take water by force. Then it's our water, and you will see us soon. We are going to go that way. And also, I have also been exploring the possibility of us having our own water supply community-based water supply from the river of that river and the Kibos River's Namasaria. There was a time when I was the mayor that there was an entrepreneur from central Kenya who came. He was taking water from the river, purifying it with domestos and whatever, and it was better quality than the one that we were doing in the Kisumu waterworks. So if that can be done, we are looking at going back at Tahero. So we are looking for water, piped water. We are also looking for the rivers that come, constant problem either during the dry season. The rivers are still there. During the dry season, we are suffering in certain areas. During the wet season, it's over flooding. So we we're looking at how to dam some of those rivers.
Now, just for, as a by the way, do you have political plans in terms of now your vision for 2022?
I don't. My voters will decide.
Your voters will decide?
Yes, I think in the second term, somebody had suggested that I go for the governor position. The elders of my community, and because I'm an adopted member, called me and told me that we have not agreed, we have not released you yet.
All right.
Yes, we have not released you yet.
Of which there is still that tug of war between one community and the other.
No, meaning my voters, the elders. There's no tug of war. It's just saying we have not released you yet. Shakeel, we have not released you. We want you to continue your work. And that is evident by what I'm doing.
But now, based on that response that you've given, how sure, what assurance can you give the members of the Kisumu East constituency if you've been a mayor for 2 terms, you've been a member of parliament 3 terms, and so far still no water? How can they be assured that you'll be able to provide for all?
Now I want to tell you.
Yes.
When I was the mayor, we had enough water. Now you can go back to the records. I'm telling you the number of cubic meters of water that we were pumping. We were pumping 15 to 18,000 cubic meters of water. The requirement of Kisumu is about 40,000 cubic meters of water. At this present moment in time, they are pumping less than 12,000 cubic meters of water. Why? Because there is hyacinth on the lake, there is huge pollution. We have the same thing. It's nothing new. We suffered the same thing. We were out there. We had divers who were trying to get the hyacinth out of the water treatment plants.
Right.
We were doing that.
Which the hyacinth is still a menace.
The hyacinth is a menace, but you see, the thing is, do the best that you can. We were pumping under the old system when there was no new big huge pipes of water. We were pumping all throughout on the oldest antiquated system. We were pumping between 14 to 18,000 cubic meters of water. I will ask you to ask anybody else to tell us how many cubic meters of water they're pumping. They will not be able to tell you more than 14,000. We have huge water tanks that have been built by the French. We had water tanks before. We were doing the best that we could with what little we had. At that time, I challenge you to tell me any particular time that we did not have water. In the 2000 to 2004-05, we had water.
When you were mayor?
When we were, and then we went ahead.
What about when you were member of parliament?
You know, as I said, my emphasis has changed.
All right.
I am in Kajulu and Kolwa. Kajulu and Kolwa has no piped water, except for Manyata and Nyelenda. Again, very little piped water.
All
so
right.
like the Nyelenda B, when I was for Kisumu Town East, we got community water projects. Now Nyelenda A, we're looking at community water projects. In Manyata, there is a community water project in Wandiege and in Boy. So those are what we say community water projects.
Let's talk about the roads.
Yes.
How far is it in terms of developing the roads within your constituency?
You know, the devolution took the roads and gave it to the county, but we get in the average about 15 million shillings a year for roads, and I have only one road which is designated in my mandate. Only one road is called the Robor Chiga, and that one I fought for because we want that one to be tarmacked from the bypass, the Chiga Kibos bypass. That's the only road I have. The other road that I even we fight to do is the one in Gita Kaseta up the road in Kajulu. And that one, I can tell you right now, was where there earlier this week. It's about 14 or 15 kilometers. It was so bad at one time when I first became the MP that you could come down with a Land Rover and possibly damage your Land Rover. To go up, it was impossible.
But now, you know, currently, as we are talking,
it is cemented. It is cemented.
But
It's one of the only roads which is cemented. There are only 2 roads of cement in Kenya Mzima. One is Bogati and the other one is this one. Yes, not all of it is cemented, but about 6 kilometers of it with the very bad places, you can go up with the car nowadays.
Because there are places that are impassable during heavy rains.
Yes.
In fact, it was just 3 days ago in Konyango Market where traders were left stranded because of heavy rains. So the roads are bad.
No, hold on a second. Yes. You see what happens when the county comes and they go under the KUP project and come and dig the thing out. Dig it up. And then leave it.
Under your watch.
But it's not even my constituency. If it were my constituency, I'd be going there to fight for it. It's the other side. It's between my constituency. They've just come and dug the road and left it. And so the rains come in, and it's like a river. I was there the other day.
So that road is not within your constituency.
No, but see, it's on the margin. But I was there the other day. You know, the thing is, when I go to the roads, county roads, they tell, oh, we have not got the budget. Where do I get the budget to run your roads? You understand me? You have hundreds of millions of shillings you're meant to be doing this. Yes? I have 13 million or 15 million for the whole year. What am I going to do? Now the thing is, I will go and fight with the Kera. I will go to Kenha. I will talk to the president, because there was this road which is the Miwani road, which is very, very bad. And I even complained to the president, and I complained to Kenha and Kera. I said, listen, you came all the way from Nandi Hills to the falls. No, Nandi Hills. You came all the way to near Maharoni, and you stopped before Maharoni. Yeah? And you stopped. The rest you have not done. And I said, when the president was there, I told him, President, your guys have been suppressing us. Why can't we start this side? So that's the main road. So I will fight for it everywhere. There's a Kibos Bridge, which is very bad right now.
Of which you mentioning Kibos Bridge,
yes.
You know, residents of Chiga and Kibos, you know, right now they're living in fear because they are saying that maybe chances are it might collapse there.
Yeah, you know, that bridge was built over 50, 60 years ago. It's a very strong bridge. You know, the reason it is they were going and taking sand from under the bridge.
Under the bridge?
Yes. It was sand harvesting under the bridge. But I have pictures right now. The local industry, Kibos industry, they have taken also because they're the ones who majorly use that bridge. They've put some stones there. We've gone there with Kera. We've strengthened the thing. In any case, that bridge we are going to have to build a bigger bridge, and that one you have to go. And that now comes under special programs. We are going to Kera. We hope they've looked at it. They've said that they have done emergency work on it. There's not that bridge. There's another one as well on the Maharoni side, on the Miwani Road side. Again, the same sort of situation. So yes, it is very important and very of great interest to me. There is another bridge that was near Rabur, which was not even in my constituency, a Raj Culvert bridge, which I had to build. We built it over time.
But now there is the Kambogo Gumba bridge.
That is the one I'm talking about, Kambogo.
That is the one you're talking about?
Yes, that is the one.
It collapsed last year.
No, it never collapsed. What happened is part of the thing fell down. Again, it
collapsed
was... Down. No, the main bridge is there. You know, the sides. Yes. Because of eating into the foundations of the bridge, what we call part of that which was not supported fell in. Yeah, the ground that was there, because it ate into the ground.
But they were trying to improvise.
Yes, no, what we have done, this is the one, I've talked to Kenha. Kenha pushed it. This is Kenha, Kenya Highways.
Yes.
Now they have pushed it to Kura. Kura has pushed it to Kera. This is the one that I even told the president about. I said, when this kills somebody, we are going to be on your back. They have done some emergency work on it. This is over a year and a half, and we are looking at it and doing some emergency work on it. At one time, I was so concerned about it that I went and blocked that bridge. I put sand there and whatever. But then they strengthened the underpinning of the bridge. You see, if you look at it, I have the pictures. The side dropped, and the water was coming in, was eating into the foundation. So they put gabions there to stop it, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough, because that road's to be built, and that bridge must be repaired.
Now, speaking of Kibos Bridge,
and that one is the one I've been fighting. If you ask Kera and you ask Kenna, and I'm there, I've written hundreds of many letters, and this one, even His Excellency the President knows. And when we were opening, we were sitting at the flyover, and I even told Kenha and whatever, I'm going to embarrass you today in front of the President. They begged me not to do so.
Which
I said, okay, no, I did not embarrass them, but I said it's very important.
All right.
So they promised me, but they are not people of their word. What happened is they sabotaged this thing for Kisumu. That road was meant to come from Nandi Hills all the way, from Londiani, all the way. Yeah? Why did they just stop at the border of Nyanza? They stopped there purposely and then sabotaged it by transferring that road to Kera, who do not have the funds. So for 1 year, Kera had no funds, because Kera is a smaller organization. It's rural roads. Kenha is the main roads of the highways.
But you contracted Kera?
No. I've been to Kenha. Kenha is the Kenya National Highways. I've been
Kera?
there. I've talked to them as well. They said, oh, it's not in our mandate. It was sabotage. Somebody took it and put it elsewhere.
All right.
And I want to tell you one person, I blame him from before and I blame him even now, the managing director of Kenha. I have talked to him. He doesn't even answer my calls. I go there. He disappears. And then there was another one, the former director. He was called Kenida. He's Denda. He actually went and took our money and built a road, a tarmac road to his hotel.
Constituency money?
No, the money for Kenha.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever he did. He built a tarmac road to his hotel. Which is not doing very well anyway. Yeah? And this is a sort of bad management that we have. And same with, when I wanted to take him to task in the 11th Parliament, I was told, oh, he's Nalu, he's that, and he's bringing something. But that's not the way we want.
Will these bridges ever be constructed properly?
I hope so, because that is one of my priorities. But it's outside you see, this is Kenha. That road is the Great African Highway. You see, it comes down, Londiani is the bypass, and it goes and joins the Kakamega Road over the flyover, which the President built opened the other day, and goes all the way into, it's the Trans-African Highway. And it's also the bypass, where they spent, I don't know how many billion or so on that flyover, yet they cannot spend anything on this other road.
Don't you think it affects your reputation?
And of course it affects my reputation, it affects Kisumu. This is our Kisumu East as well as Kisumu. This is our mainstay, yes. But we have been in the backdrop of politics. And this was taken up even when, after the handshake, we have taken it up with Honorable Raila Odinga, who was very aware of it, and we are trying to push this thing. You know what it is? The people who are sabotaging us is Kenha, Kura, and Kera. These are the people who sabotage us. They're sitting here, especially Kenha. Kenha are the largest sabotagers for Kisumu. They sabotage Kisumu.
Interesting allegation.
I know, I'm prepared. I'm putting it on TV right now. I am telling them, sue me if you think I'm wrong.
They can sue you.
I'll let them come. They sabotaged us on that road. You see, then they said, oh, it's not ours. and they did not budget for it for 1 year. Then Kera said it was, we don't have enough money for that. So for 2 years, we have lost money. There's no money budgeted for that road. It was specifically sabotaged so that the road does not finish from Nandi to Kisumu.
Speaking of sabotage, there are many Kenyans who are concerned concerning the housing allowance that members of parliament are yet to receive, or maybe want to receive. What are your comments concerning that? And in fact, Speaker Justin Muturi talked about the SRC acting in bad faith.
Look, you know, I told you my politics is local. Whether they give me, my politics is local. I never came here for the money. Yes,
but you will get it still.
Over 80 to 90% of my salary goes to the people I work for. Through my particular things. I don't have to brag. They will tell you themselves. They call me Onyango Wanmogo. They know where I do and what I do. Now, I really don't understand what Mr. Tuoli and others are saying. Yeah? If my job is the people of Kisumu East, I should not be complaining. My job is to raise them. If raising them, if you have what we call in Kisumu Gonya, release me. Yeah. If you give youth 50 bob, 100 bob, 200 bob, and they clap for you and you think you're very great, you have not done them any favor. As a matter of fact, you have entrapped them even more. So my job is Kisumu.
Would you accept the housing allowance?
It is coming, and of course I can't reject it. Why should I reject it? I'll take it and put it for the people of Kisumu. Why should I reject it? But I didn't ask for it. But the one thing that we want to make very clear, is you yourself have a housing allowance. Everybody has a housing allowance, part and parcel of your remuneration. The issue whether it is 250,000 or 100,000 or whatever.
It is 250,000 per month.
I am told before tax, so it comes to a bit less. Even if they give you 50,000 or 100,000, that is something that should be taxed. And if the judges, the chief justices, even the ministers and CACs and all of those people, they all get housing allowance. Every single person gets housing allowance. The question is, how much? The issue that the CRC did not find it fit to give the members of parliament a housing allowance is an issue, right?
Is it an issue for you?
No, why? Why only housing members of parlimed?
Do you think it was unfair for SRC to give housing allowances to other people?
Yesterday I was listening to Alfred Mutua. They asked him 3 times on the television, do you get housing allowance? Anahepa. These guys, you see, and he was talking about it's the wrong time, Then you surrender your own. So the situation is, if tomorrow they take the housing allowance away, I'm okay.
You're okay?
I would not.
You will not complain?
Why? But I want to be treated the same way as everybody else. Even give me 20 shillings a housing allowance a month, 1,000 bob. My own housekeeper gets housing allowance. It's part and parcel of a package.
Whether you receive the housing allowance or not, you're okay?
I never came to politics for money.
But you know Kenyans will not be okay if you receive it, because it is, the Kenyan
Fine,
status,
I'm asking listen, the timing is wrong. The teachers are there. You know, we were being, our situation is wrong. You know, I am the chairman of the African Parliamentarians Against Corruption. Many times I travel, and our people want to travel business class, 3 times the amount of a normal economy. I travel economy. Yes. All right. Now, because we are here to do a job. I go to Europe, I find those people all traveling economy, MPs and nini. We need a structural change. Sisi wakubwa, wengine ni wakubwa, wengine ni wadogo. You know, the thing is, I was one of the strongest supporters and saying to the Minister of Finance, Uhuru Kenyatta, you've done a great job. No more Mercedes, tafadhali.
But some members within
No, but then with
constituency.
a short time, now everybody is buying Mercedes. Now the judiciary wants to buy Mercedes. Go to India at that time, they said no cars other than the ambassador, the local developed car. Yeah, so you see, we have great plans but very bad implementation. This housing allowance, if it's there and it's coming through, I never asked for it, but it's there. We are only asking to be treated the same way. Give us even 10,000 shillings housing allowance.
All right, so you want the housing allowance?
No, even 10,000. Like you're getting housing allowance. Why cannot we get a housing allowance? It's part and parcel of our job. Everybody gets housing allowance. Just say, okay, 250 is too much. We should give you 30,000 or 50,000 or 80,000 or whatever.
Now, there was a time that you had commented concerning the governor. And you said that the governorship is seen as some form of big president.
Yes,
big person.
yes.
Yeah, that's what you had said. And
Yes.
the question is, do you want to be governor?
No chance. No, thank you. Now the thing is, you see, look, you must understand two things. I was the mayor of the city. It was basically the same thing. Only one third of what it is right now. I was the mayor of the city.
Yet you're complaining about what the governor is doing.
I haven't complained to you. I'm just saying that governors have become like presidents. You cannot have 47 presidents, His Excellency is this and that. And the job of the governor is to be on the ground, to govern and to direct. I was on the ground at 6:37 in the morning as a mayor. We must get away from titles. I was in the CRC, Constituency Review, Constitutional Review Committee at that time, CKRC. I was there. We never wanted 47 governors. We were only about 9. And the rest were going to be sub-governors. And however they were going to be elected was through the ward representatives that would have elected their leader.
Let's say you are governor.
Yes.
What would you do differently within Kisumu County?
I would just go back the way I was working as a mayor, and I would be able to separate these. The needs are different in different areas. Maharoni has a different need. Kisumu Central has a different need. Kisumu East has a different need. So we would like to bring all of those things together. But I'm saying I do not want to be governor. I'm saying it clearly. But my people might tell me that they want to be governor. I do not. It is too political a situation.
But they will say, because you've made lots of governors.
If they do, and I would have rather had, if the governor's position was not political and it was very much hands-on and management, that would be something. Because I did that job. I did that job. When I was a mayor of Kisumu, with 1/3 of the area, 1/3 of what we have, we were earning 1 million shillings a day, 360 million a year, minimum. Now the city of Kisumu, after 3 times the size, 15 years down the road, is beating its breast that they have got 600,000 shillings or 700,000. Now today I'm told they're less than $1 billion. Less than $1 billion. With 360 million 15, 18 years ago, is over 2 billion shillings right now, value-wise. So you see, there are certain things that we need to do, and you know, the governor is the leader. And I think the idea is, as I told you, my politics is local. So far as the governor will serve Kisumu East, I'm happy. At this moment in time, they have marginalized Kisumu East, Kisumu County. And they have said so.
That's what the county government has done.
Yes. And I've complained even to Raila Amolo Odinga. And I've complained to the mayor, the governor. They're not even bothered answering me.
At some point, there have been racist comments concerning, even one community and another.
Yes, of course. But let me finish this issue of marginalization. Why are they marginalized Kisumu East? There are no ambulances in Kisumu East, Kisumu Central and Kisumu West. All of them have ambulances. Our health centers are bad. You know what they say? Oh, you elected an independent member of parliament. We are a ODM government in Kisumu. My friends, you are going the same way when we were in opposition. Because I'm an independent, I am more ODM than some of them Even Raila Amolo Odinga himself, my
He
personal
supports you.
boss, my personal boss. I mean, I left ODM because I had no option. My personal boss, even the other day in Embakasi, he told me that you very much.
Is Professor Nyang' Nyong'o doing a good job or lousy?
That is for the Kisumu people to say. I will not. Professor Nyang' Nyong'o is not. He has been captured by the corrupt cartels of Kisumu. They're there. I know. We tried to break them, and I did break some of them in the year 2000, 2001, 2002. But he has been captured by those corrupt cartels. And when captured, he's
when you say captured, what do you mean?
State capture, same thing. You know,
Is he corrupt?
No. Anjang Nyong'o is not corrupt. That is one thing I can tell you. He's genuine. His needs are genuine. His desire is genuine. He has been let down by corrupt cartels. And the people that he's there, they're literally, because the guy is unfortunately not well. He cannot be there all the time. So when he goes out, other people are taking advantage of his thing. The deputy governor is trying his best. I don't know what happens. But I'm not saying that we have an excellent relationship, but I do think we do. A working relationship. But I complain bitterly. And he doesn't like it when I say that you have marginalized Kisumu East. And I will take you on, remember Nyang' Nyong'o. He was my greatest supporter when I was the mayor of Kisumu. He has also been a good friend of mine, and he has been my guru academically. Yes, he has a lot of that there. So yes, I think that Kisumu County really needs to push up.
Let's get over to the tweets, sir.
Yes.
All right. Someone's asking you, at this point, are you saying something should be done to the Constitution of Kenya 2010?
I think the review of Constitution, constitutional review is required. The amendment possibilities are there, and if it was up to me, I would suggest that we went back to the former position. And let me explain how it was. We had agreed that in the Constitution that the Senate would be constituted as follows. You elect the MCAs. The MCAs would get together and elect one leader of the county. Call it sub-county administrator, call him sub-governor, whatever. Then those would get together and elect a regional governor. Yes? And those regional governors, and also they would, at county level, they would elect two people. One by way, a senator, and one a governor. So that it was very much a grassroots election. Yes? So that the people who were elected to be senators were elected from the grassroots. Now the senator is elected by what is called and the normal election, also grassroots, but his impetus, his requirement is sitting here. You know, I have a problem. We have problems with the Senate and the National Assembly. The Senate, believe me, you come and have a look. They don't do very much. Half the time there. So I think that they're
in your opinion,
they're lost. No, the reason is they themselves, Orengo himself and others, the same senators were sitting, never wanted the Senate to do anything else other than look after, protect devolution. They should protect devolution. Their senators should be sitting in Senate, in their constituents, in their counties, and then come to Senate maybe twice a month, or once a month. Yes.
Every politician says they put money last and Mwananchi first. Why would you be different? You're saying you only came in to help the citizens of Kisumu East. Well, why would you be different?
Look at it. Look at me. My father had funds. I have 3 masters. I'm doing my PhD. I can go and get a job anywhere. I was a senior AGM of a bank. I took a very great drop just to be the mayor of Kisumu. I have not 1 inch of land that was grabbed by me. I sit in my constituency. I look after my constituents. I'm meeting them every Friday, every Monday, every Saturday. Now, if you took away the money, I would still do that. After all, that was the way we used to do these things. Yes? I would still do that. But the thing is, yes, the money I get helps me to supply basic needs to my constituents.
One other question here. Would you say the opposition in this country is dying?
Opposition in yes, in that.
Yes, it is.
I was reading. Opposition has always been strong, especially during the Naya time, and then it started waning under Mwai Kibaki. I was listening to the radio this morning, BBC, and this Mulema's party, I can't remember what it is, Patriotic Front, or what do they call themselves?
Yeah, AFP.
Yes. There are 15 members only.
Yes, yes.
And they are fighting above their weight. They are the more opposition in the South African Parliament than the DA, Democratic Alliance. When ODM, or rather when the opposition of Ford Kenya, when Raila Odinga and others, Joe Orengo and others were in Parliament, Nyang Nyong and others, there were less than 30. Yes, you could see Orengo standing in front of the Moi. We were strong. They were making their point. Now we have over 160, 150, and we're just sitting around. We have no serious organizer. Yeah, we have Mbadi there, and we have this whip, but we have no serious organizers, and we ourselves are fractioned. There's a Wiper, there are the others. We should have been together. We should be raising issues.
NASA is divided, even within ODM.
Even
Aisha
within.
Juma.
Well, Aisha Juma, I think, is another case of discipline, party discipline, yes.
There is one more tweet here that I would like you to answer. In a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself according to the work you've done in your area?
When you ask when you ask a human being to rate themselves, we'll always rate ourselves the best. I will always rate myself the best. The idea is, how am I rated? That is something that you need to find out.
Thank you
Where
very
am
much.
I rated? I would suggest that I have much more work to do. Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for joining me this morning.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
It's been a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
That is Honorable Shakeel, giving us more details concerning what's happening within the constituent of Kisumu East.
Kisumu East.
Constituency, Honorable Shakeel Shabbir. We would like to wind up the show, but be part of this conversation. Continue tweeting the hashtag Good Morning Kenya at KBC Television, at Jane Omboya, at Ram Aguko. We have come to the end of this live show. Thank you very much for keeping it KBC Channel 1. To everyone that ensured today's show a success, may God bless you, and may God bless the work of your hands. We are handing over to Doreen Arange, who is on location.
May I just ask them also to send anything to me?
Yes.
And I promise to respond to them.
All right.
Yes.
Your Twitter handle?
I don't have a Twitter handle. I'm an archaic person. But I
you're
have a WhatsApp on
yes.
on my number, which is 0722 801717. 0722 801717. But they can also go through the Facebook and find me there.
All right.
Yes, and I have there are a number of groups in Kisumu. There's Nyelenda A, Manyata group, the other Kolwa Central group. They're all around.
And they're all talking to you?
They're all talking to me.
I wish you the best.
Not the best way, but at least I hear.
I wish you the best. Keep it KBC.